The following interview was conducted at Robotics Invest 2024 in Boston.
I've stopped by to learn about Wingtra and joined by Wingtra's co-founder, Elias Kleimann. Wingtra is a Switzerland-based company, so between almost 200 employees. So Elias, tell us more about what is Wingtra. We see its flight platform here. What is this? Well, it looks like an airplane almost.
Yes, very cool. Thank you for having me. Sure. Very cool. It's a spin-off from engineering university in Switzerland. So we developed this vertical takeoff and landing plane, a tail sitter, as you can see, 4 moving parts. It goes up, goes a forward transition, and then it flies very efficient forwardly. And in the end, it lands again on the tail. So that's the core technology, and the use cases, we collect high-resolution data that you then can build highly accurate 2D and 3D models / digital twins for infrastructure management, construction, open pit mining, some agriculture, environmental work as well. So very broad in application.
So those are a lot of applications. Are those hypothetical that's on the business plan, or have you been deploying across those domains?
Yeah, so we have shipped now more than 2,500 systems.
2,500?
Yeah, of which more than 50% is actually in the US. And the core use cases are around engineering, infrastructure management, but we also have like this long tail of use cases that people find out what they can do if they get high resolution, cheap data. It's like animal counting. We have shipped systems to the Red Cross in Africa for the locust infestation, like damage analysis, catastrophe plans. So I think it's really cool to see what all these people start to do when they get a new tool that gives them cheap data.
Any of us could go to a big box store and buy a consumer grade, quadcopter. Why are those not quite at the level of what you've been building with Wingtra?
So 2 aspects. One is field efficiency. So we can collect data of about 400 hectares in an hour. So if you have a large area that you want to map, then our system can help you. And then data accuracy. So we are really a survey grade tool for engineers that want to be true or trust the data that it is survey grade consistently. And you need special camera and all the integrations to get there. And most quadcopters that you buy for your consumer operation, like filming your wedding, cannot be used to get survey grade data. So even in multi-rotor segment, you would need a pretty high-end solution to get.
So would this be, in terms of the market, roughly between, say, some of those, the bigger rotorcraft and a Cessna, like a traditional airplane with a big camera payload?
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, we have customers. So, for example, the largest uranium mine, they did their survey work with Cessnas, and they substituted that with Wingtras. So we can often substitute work that has been done with helicopters and airplanes. And of course, that is also nice because you reduce CO2 consumption significantly, because airplanes and helicopters are pretty intense in that regard.
And pilot shortage makes it hard also.
Yeah, and expensive.
Wow. So then what brought you to Robotics Invest?
So we have a couple of investors, LPs, from the US, and the conference got highly recommended. I think a couple of our investors came here last year, and they were so excited that they said, hey, you should definitely come over. So I took the opportunity, and I think it's really cool how focused it is. And you see really a lot of faces that have a deep understanding of the industry. So I did not expect such a density of people that I have seen before in other events at one place come together. So I think that's really cool.
It sure is. It's something that with the kind of the brain power here, is there something that's been unexpected in terms of like in the world of robotics that you've been learning today?
I think for me, of course, we are from Europe, Switzerland, so it's always coming over to the US. I think you feel this higher dynamism in the industry and excitement about it. So with how much force people are working on it. So I felt really like this yeah, the world will be different in 5 to 10 years in our segment, and people believe in it, people invest into it, people work on it, and we see, I think most importantly, great first scalable use cases that actually work. So I think that's what I think is exciting to see, how close these systems are at really scale.
Yes. It's something, speaking of scale, now you've shipped 2,500 units around the world. Can you show us a bit about the design, what thoughtfulness went into making it so it's toteable, it's shippable, it's easy to operate?
Yeah, so I mean, we believe, of course, that simple things scale. I think it's core also in robotics, and we have worked on different configurations of vertical takeoff and landing planes, and this configuration in our view has some big advantages. It's only 4 moving parts, which make it simple.
Two rotors and
yeah,
2 flaps.
You have the flaps, you have the rotors, that's it. Then you can make it completely flat. You have almost no assembly work. It's just, you can take out this and put it in again. That's the only thing you have to do.
It's like a toy styrofoam plane where you kind of just put the tail on
and fly. And then also mission planning is extremely simple. So just it's designed that people in the field that only fly about maybe once a month can still operate it. So it has to be super simple. If you forgot everything, within about half an hour, you know how to operate it again.
How are you manufacturing these now?
So this is the wing is a composite. It's all done by suppliers. So they are in Thailand and Eastern Europe to our design, and then we do final quality control in Switzerland.
Awesome. Wow, and that's great. I'd like to, if you have an ask or an offer, are you hiring? Are you looking for investors? All the above.
So I mean, I'm a big technology believer. So whoever pushes and advances humanity in some sort of another on the technology side, I'm highly appreciative on that. For Wingtra, I mean, we can support companies that manage large assets with cheap and highly accurate data if they need that. So that's always exciting. Then for people, we hire people. You can go to our website, sales and engineering. And of course also fundraising. We are in constant contact with investors that want to be part of this mission to make it really efficient and sustainable to manage large assets.
I see. So it's looking for those new big customers that are starting to want to supplement their current surveying efforts to get a lot more sort of reliability and autonomy in there, as well as investors in the space. That's great. Thank you so much, Elias. Thank you so much. It's really cool.
Thanks for tuning in. For additional coverage of Robotics Invest 2024 and other key events, be sure to subscribe to The End Effect. See you next time.